for my project, I'm going to talk about book 1 in the Brotherband Chronicles series, The Outcasts. So the intro is 12 years before the rest of the story is. So it's where the supreme power in Scandia, he's called the Oberjarl, is on a raid with his crew. So the raid is for the most part successful. Thorn, a crew member, is confronted by a cavalryman and he defeats the guy. As they're leaving, Mikkel is hit with a spear by is hit by a spear that was thrown by some random guy in the crowd, and he dies. So 6 years later, Karina, Mikkel's wife, finds Thorn. He's drunk and he had lost his hand earlier, years earlier. So he is totally a wreck. So he accepts the job proposal and becomes the father figure in Hal, the main character's life. So another 6 years later, Hal is now 16. He and Thorn and Stig, his pretty much only friend, are putting up a huge water keg that'll enable them to have running water instead of going out to the pump, bringing in buckets of water all day long. So Stig and Hal met when Hal was saving Stig from drowning after Stig was poaching from another fisherman. A strange fact about Scandians, most of them don't know how to swim, which is strange because they live all their life on the sea. So anyways, by the way, Stig is big guy, and he's also extremely hot-tempered. So Stig is fatherless like Hal is, but Stig's father left him, so it's kind of a shame for Stig because kids pick on him, and that's probably why he has such a hot temper. So Hal continues making inventions, one of them being a fake hand for Thorn. It's like a Captain Hook, except for it's for grabbing things, not killing people. His best is a ship with, instead of the regular square sail pattern, he's got 2 triangular sails on either side of the mast, which helps with speed and maneuverability. So while building the ship, Hal meets most of his future brother band, which is a group of guys that work together to complete the program that end up on their own ship together. So the brother band is Stefan, Jesper, Stig, Ingvar, Ulf, Wolf, and Edvin. So Stefan he talks trash to a lot of people, and he's really mean, picks on kids. He's got a lot of plays on words and that are mean and stuff. So Jesper is a pickpocket, but he's weird because he never takes anything. He'll pickpocket the person and then give it back. He just likes the challenge. Ingvar is huge, Stig times 2, and he can barely see at all. Ulf and Wolf are identical twins, but instead of working together as you would expect them to, sort of, they're always arguing with each other over stupid stuff. One of the times they were arguing about which drainage ditch would hold more water. Stuff like that. It's stupid. So Edvin is basically just an average guy. There's nothing really special about him. So Hal's new sailing plan worked. He sails it in instead of rowing it in, which is borderline stupid. He almost crashes in to the Oberjarl Supreme leader, power, whatever. He almost smashes into that guy's ship, but barely misses. When they land, they're like, "Whoa!" Like, the people standing there are like, "Whoa!" Because it's completely unusual for any kid to have that much sailing abilities. So there's also this dude who like totally hates Hal. His name is Tursgood. And while reading the book, you just like know that they're gonna get in a fight sometime, which they do. But so Thorn starts teaching Hal how to box, and yeah. So then the story moves out to sea to a fleet of trading ships. They're attacked by pirates, led by Zavak, a pirate, and after capturing the captain of one of the ships, he learns about the Andamal, which is like the most valuable thing in all of Scandia. So, back to the original story. The brother bands are formed. Their skirls, or leaders, are Tuskad, the guy who hates Hal, Roland, which is just an awesome guy, and Hal, you already know him. So their training begins, and during their training, excuse me, Tursgood gets in a fight with Hal, and Tursgood wins, of course, because he's a bully and he's always got his cronies to back him up. So he's blah. So they learn how to fight with their weapons. So during a navigational exercise, the wolf's ship is like damaged. Like Wolves, Roland's brother band, they're disqualified because their ship is broken. So the final challenge is a navigational exercise where they've got to go file, like it's a monstrous treasure hunt, sort of. They've got to find the flag using a set of cryptic clues, bring it back before the other team does. So they barely win. Like, I believe it was like by yards they win. So they are honored with a feast, like monstrous feast. A storm blows in. Zavik, the pirate, had come into port a little while back. So the herons in like the Andamal is being able to guard the Andamal is like the greatest honor you can have in Scandia, and the herons that night get to guard it, and it's like whoa. So during the night, Hal sneaks off to check on his ship, and during that time, the person on guard, it was either Wolf or Ulf, I forgot, falls asleep, and Zavik comes in, steals the Andamal, and gets away. So in the morning, the herons are like totally shamed, like their helmets, the ones with the horns and stuff on them, which is like the very honor of being a Scandian, are taken away from them. Their ship, their weapons, their shields, whatever, and they're declared